Guys, are you here? Ah, okay. So, if you're here and I'm here, I think we can continue with the tail. Yeah. Let's make it Dynamesh at 30. 30 is a little bit too much. No, it's okay. 30 is okay for this. So, in your case, maybe the Dynamesh will not be 30. Maybe it will be 40, or it will be 20, or it will be 15. It depends on the size of your initial object, and then the size of the other objects are kind of, you know, it depends on the size of the object. So in our case, 32 is giving us this kind of object density, of polygon density. If your Dynamesh is like bigger with the same density is okay, it doesn't matter. What matters is the density to not be too big in the beginning, because we'll have to make some changes here and there, and they have to be nice. Also here, the horse, let me see what kind. Oh, 24. I will kind of dial it up. Ooh, 50 is too much. Maybe 32. No. Let's try it at 64. Yes, 64 is nice. I will be able to smooth it with the shift, with the smooth brush, and then I will make exactly where I want. I will make some kind of a cuts with the dumb standard brush, and then of course we will go more up with the polygons at some point, and everything will be okay. More up with the polygons. Wow. Yeah, although I'm speaking to my little girl, in English all the time, my English is not exactly super improved. Why? Because I'm speaking to her kinda in a simple English. First, because I don't know exactly more complicated one. And second, because she will not understand me if I speak too complicatedly. I will not understand myself too. That's why I'm forced to speak simple English. That's why it's difficult to explain myself sometimes when something kinda more sophisticated happened. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Probably it's okay. Okay. We're making this, we're making the tail. We have almost all the parts, all the kinda important parts. I will make one sphere probably for this, but let me think how we will make this sphere. Let's make it kind of fast and without thinking too much. So I will append a sphere. This will be the sphere for the tail. I will find it here, which will be in the bottom, and I will put it here. It will be, for example, this size. Yeah, probably it will be this size. Okay, maybe a little bit smaller. Not sure. But yeah, let's say it's this size. Okay, now, how to put all those cones in there? Let me see if we have a cone somewhere in here. If we have, it will be quicker. Yeah, this mesh insert dot tool. Okay. But where are the things in this brush? M? No. N? Wow, no. Mesh insert dot. What? This is not. Okay, let me think. It's not that. I'm searching for a brush that will give us IMM primitives. Okay. Do we have a cone? No. Okay, let's try another primitives. IMM primitives. No, we don't have a cone in here too. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So let me think again. But we need it, we need the cone. Or we can make our own cone, which could be better. So we click on this star to be on another document. We will append a cone 3D. This is our cone. We will delete the star, just press delete, because the cone will not be our active unless we delete the star or go to the cone itself. So now we have a cone with a lot of kind of things on it. So what I want is just the cone. So I will do very quickly delete all of them, all of those things, and I will be left only with a little cone. I will increase the size of it, and I will kind of mask the bottom area, invert the mask, then put my pivot here and kind of make it like this. And this will be one of our spikes. And of course it doesn't have a bottom, which could work, but I think we should put a bottom. So del hidden first, if I didn't make it, I think I did it. Then I will go to our Z modeler brush, which we will use a lot later. I will go to not a polygon, but edge, and then I will put close, convex hole. So go to an edge, space, hold space for this menu, close, convex hole, and just that, and just click, and it will close it very nicely. So this will be our basically cone. So this cone, I will convert it to a brush. Let me just select one brush, for example, IMM primitives, and then I will try to brush, create insert mesh. So press B while you are on this brush. We will try to append this cone to this brush. I will select it so it it points at us. I think this will be better, but we'll see. We'll see. We're testing the waters here a little bit. B, create insert mesh. Here, this button in the bottom. Create insert mesh, press it. Append, press it. And then OK. And it's here. You see it? It's here. So, we go back to our dragon. Is it this? Yes. Alright. So, now comes the fun part. We'll try to do something very interesting. So first, we will make symmetry. We make sure we have symmetry on this mesh. How to do that? By the way, yeah, make sure we have symmetry. Press X. So we have symmetry, but we need radial symmetry. So we'll press R for radial symmetry. We'll have radial symmetry. But let's have radial symmetry on Y axis too. Ooh, a lot of... Let's dial down this radial count in here. Like 6. Let's try it, just try it. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Not bad. I mean, not super bad. Not the baddest. I think this could work, but we need to put also Z symmetry. And then... this could be awful, yeah. So, yeah, we can do it with a lot of these symmetries. Other thing we can do is just use one symmetry like X and just do this. And then probably use Y symmetry and disable the other one. And just do this. Or just use this and rotate it like this without symmetry. I'm kind of no. It's masked. But if something is masked, we cannot rotate it. What's happening here? Because I made the cylinder, the cone masked. Okay, so in this case, we have to probably make it by ourselves. So what we can do is unmask, mask only this, and show everything else. And then let's control drag, yes, and then rotate, and then put it like this. Let's try this. Okay, this is starting to look a little bit better. Not quite though. Yeah, this could work, by the way. I think it could work, but it's not quite nice. No. So, but with radial symmetry will be, I think, the best. Okay, Let's try again. So let's go to our cone. And I want to do something else of our cone. I want to go to our brush, the Z modeler brush, go to a edge, insert, single edge loop, and then insert it here, around the bottom. And then I want to extrude only this poly loop here in the bottom. So I will go to extrude, poly loop. While I'm on a polygon, I will go to space, extrude, poly loop, and I will extrude it a little bit. You see? That's now a good thing, I think. So, oops, okay. Now maybe we should do this. Mask, invert the mask, put our pivot in the center of the mask with Alt click on this position icon here, and then just do, oops, not this, but with the green thing, I will do this. Then mask, invert the mask, Alt click on this position icon to put my pivot in the center of the mask and do this. Then I will disable all the mask and I will go again to this brush, which is IMM primitives. I will press B, create insert mesh, so B, create insert mesh, append, okay. And now it's here again. Let's go to our dragon. This is a little bit, hard, even for me. So, let's try it again. Press X for symmetry. All of those symmetries, maybe not mirror symmetry, and wow. That could work, but mirror symmetry is better, because it could work better. I kind of like it. Probably we should dial down this radial count and kind of separate. This is going pretty well now. So dialing down the radial count is the key. I will dial it down to 3, Control Z, and now I will look at the dots, and I kind of want the distance between the dots to be the same. Oops, no. I'm trying to find the distance between the dots that will work for us, but probably there is no distance that will work for us, which is pretty bad. Because there's always a space which is not. So radial count of 4 probably will be the best. And we will try to achieve a nice result like this, no? Like this, no? Yeah, I did it the first time and now I cannot do it. What's happening here? Okay, again. It's doable because we saw it. It's doable. So we have to just try a few more times. This I think is the way. I think it's fine. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you want to kind of elongate these spikes or do something else, it's doable. It's not a problem. So we can do it. We can press D to have dynamic subdivision, and it's kind of done. There are a little bit more spikes than probably I want, but I will make them a bit, kind of a bit bigger, not too much, and then I will try to put them closer to the surface of the sphere, because they are kind of connected to the surface, or they have to be. And this will be it. And of course I will go to metal 01, go to M, fill object, disable M, and go to my basic material, and this will be our metal ball. It's not exactly symmetrical on X, but I think it's looking decent for our purposes. Yeah, I don't know if you understand how I did that, but you have to put X, Y, and Z here in symmetry, radial count to 4, and then find the right position. And you have to make, of course, this brush. You have to go to a new file, new tool, and make this kind of things. You can always make those things if you have to do it. For example, here in this, we can make the rivet brush, because it will be much easier to make those rivets here on the armor. They are kind of a lot. And here on this, if we make a brush. So yeah, at some point we will make a rivet brush in here too, and we will append it to some other brush, or we will make a new one. It doesn't matter at all. Also, we can make a brush for those things in here, because it will be easier to put them, but it's not exactly mandatory to make exactly that kind of brush. So we made this thing. We can continue with the tail of the dragon, but there is nothing too much that I want to show you for the tail, so I can tell you another story. Prepare to listen. So I will just work on the body a little bit, on the tail. It's just a useless work, but I will do it, and I will tell you a story about a guy who I was in 7th grade with him, or 8th grade. Yeah, 8th grade. I was 8th grade, and he was one of the worst artists in our class. I was one of the best, yeah. And I was drawing pretty nicely. He was drawing. So we were around maybe 13 or 14 years old, probably 14. Maybe, yeah, 14 or 16. But let's say we were 14. And he was drawing like me when I was like 7 years old or something. I was much better then. And then I kind of got away from this school, because it was a drawing school, and I went to learn economics. I kind of didn't know what to do, but economics was kind of a prestige school then, and I went to learn economics, and I continued to draw there, and all my books, all my notebooks were with drawings, but whatever. My place was not there, but still, yeah, it was nice. I mean, I met nice people there. Whatever. So this guy, he continued in this drawing school. When he finishes the drawing school, he still was not kind of very good, but he continued to want to do this. He continued to want to be an artist. And what he did is he go to university to learn what was this? To be an attorney. So law school. Yeah, he went to a law school, but while learning for a lawyer, because his father wanted him to become a lawyer, while learning for a lawyer, he was drawing like crazy. He was drawing from comics books, from anatomy books. He was learning himself how to draw in enormous scale. He was becoming better and better, and at that time we kept in contact, and he was better than me already. So he just kept on doing. I haven't stopped drawing ever, but my drawing was not quality drawing. I was just drawing the things that I like to draw and that I draw the best, which were muscular men. I wasn't kind of particularly sure about the anatomy and everything, but I just like to draw strong and muscular men, so I just kept doing it without knowing what I'm doing. But he was with anatomy books and everything, and he became better and better, and suddenly at some point he went to USA to work a little bit, and then he came back and he got some money and bought a graphics tablet. I almost haven't been heard about the graphics tablet at that time. It was, let me tell you, it was around an year 2000 and probably 2001. Yeah, 2001. I didn't know too much about the graphic tablets back then, and he was the first person I know that he got graphic tablet, and then he started to learn, to teach himself how to draw digitally in Photoshop Then he started freelancing digital drawings for card games or whatever, I'm not sure. And at some point, now he has like 15,000 followers in ArtStation. He has a course, a drawing course in Domestika, and Domestika is a pretty prestigious place. And he's a pretty kind of pretty good artist and pretty famous. It's probably you haven't heard of him, but he's kind of famous in the art, in our kind of art thing here in Bulgaria. So he's known because he's good. He's making nice ladies. I will show you, by the way, his ArtStation, just because I'm talking about him, and it will be nice to show him. Yeah, 60,000 followers. This is the guy, and I remember him when he was just this big. I mean, yeah. So see this, almost 3,000 likes, which for ArtStation is enormous amount. My best work, or with the most likes, has around 800. His has 3,000. Yeah, so he's pretty good. But I told you, this guy was way worse than anybody in our class. We were in a drawing class, people that kind of had to know how to draw. I was one of the best, he was one of the worst. And now, I'm a 3D artist, and he's one of the best, considered one of the best 2D artists here in Bulgaria. And by one of the best, I'm saying that one of the best young ones, although we are 40 years old. So young, not so much that much, not so much that much, but yeah, he's considered good artist, and I'm considered a good 3D artist, but not 2D. My 2D is not that good anymore, because I didn't practice it, but whatever, yeah. It's completely normal when you don't practice something, you just don't get better with it. I am kind of better probably than before because of my anatomy knowledge and stuff, but my technique of drawing or something, it's just non-existent, because I don't do it. But he also cannot do 3D art like me, so you know. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to tell you and trying to push you is that even if you don't have this thing so-called talent, because I was considered very talented at the time, to the artist. For my age, I was pretty good. But even if you don't have this, with a lot of work and dedication, if you really, really want to become good, you will become good. You just have to put the time. The guys that I know that are good in this, that are good artists, I mean, better than me or at least as good as me, they have put numerous hours. They have kind of sacrificed their personal lives for this, and they are not regretting it. They are happy. Most of them. Most of them are happy. Some of them are depressed and, you know, but most of them are happy. Because, yeah, when you get good at something and people are kind of, they're acknowledging your knowledge and your power in this, it's kind of a good feeling. Especially if you are worldly kind of known, it's fine. I mean, it's good, yeah. But even if you are just working in some company like I did like 5-6 years ago, just working in this company, doing freelance here and there, just getting enough money to live normal life in your country, I think this is pretty nice. I had enough money to to travel, to go to Japan, China, Thailand, Vietnam, and Latin America. I went just to Argentina and Brazil. I wanna go to Philippines. I wanna go to Mexico. I wanna go to USA. I even wanna go to India in some places. I wanna go back to Thailand. By the way, the only country maybe that I wanna go back to is Thailand. And I go to Greece every year, but this is not exactly, because it's very close. But Thailand, why? You will ask, you say, but why do you want to go to Thailand? What's happening there? The food is amazing. And the islands, the sea, the weather. I like tropical weather and I like the food. The Thai food is one of the best foods in the world for me. The second one is Italian food. When you go to Italy, not Italian restaurant in your own country, no, Italy. Go to Italy, eat in Bologna, for example, in some restaurant which has a good ratings. Very nice cuisine they have. Very nice. And this will end this video because we are completely out of subject and I'm just going out of my head and I'm not showing you that much of a sculpting things. I'm just telling you something. I think those things are useful. I think you will benefit from all of these things that I'm telling you. Your mind will benefit because the way you think about this, if from the mouth of a person who has gone through all this road, all this path I've been through, probably it will be useful for you. If you're a young artist or a guy who wants to kind of do this for a living, it could be useful. So, let's go to the next video and see what will happen then.